Come, enjoy this human interest story. It's about self-esteem, self-worth, self-respect. Act 1. Normie performs on a street corner. Imagine a small little kid making people happy, singing his songs of joy. The kid with a sweet voice was so cheerful. He's an amazing kid. They called him Little Normie. He lived in our neighborhood a long, long time ago. I can't forget him. Sometimes he did a cute dance. People passing by stopped to view this adorable little kid in short pants. He amused the folks. They were standing there. A bigger crowd gathered, enthused by what the kid was doing. Some onlookers were keeping time. They were clapping to a beat. A few folks tossed a coin, a penny, or a nickel into the kid's hat, lying patiently on the ground. A lady hurries by carrying 2 shopping bags. They were heavy. She was thinking, I wish I had the time to watch little Normie sing and dance with such joy. But the lady moved on because she had mouths to feed, and her family, her kids, were home waiting for her to return. The lady lived across the way, across the alley from little Normie's mama. The lady shouted to Normie's mama through an open kitchen window, Mrs. Kramer! Yo, Mrs. Kramer, do you know what Normie was doing this afternoon outside the candy store on the corner? She told Normie's mama about Normie singing and dancing. Normie's mama was so proud of her talented son. She gave him a double portion of sweet dessert that evening at dinner. He spooned out each cup and licked them clean with his little tongue. Little Normie kept on singing and dancing on the street corner, kept eating his double portions, and always licked the cups clean. He gained weight, puffed up, became a big Normie, a chubby kid wearing knickers covering both his knees. Then Pearl Harbor and the Second World War came about. Sugar was rationed. Normie was addicted to these sweets. What to do? His double portions were no more, at least for the duration of the war. He had to go several days for rehabilitation. Normie stuttered and struggled to pronounce this new word, rehabilitation. So at this young age, this small bit of a kid was sent to therapy to deal with his pressing needs, his dependency on sweet desserts. If you believe this one, I'll tell you another one. Act 2. Normie performs as an actor. Now little Normie has grown up to be big Normie, an older Normie in his 20s. He was trying out for a role as an actor. He walked onto the stage in the theater. He was about to do a solo act, the soliloquy from Hamlet, to be or not to be. The theater was not too large. He stood in front of the audience. He looked around. He stood there quietly, on stage. He smiled at the audience, waving his right hand. A lady sitting in the audience was thinking, he's not saying anything. He's a nothing. He must be a nothing. Then on stage, Big Normie mumbled a few words, stumbled over a few words, jumbled a few words. He wasn't nervous. That lady in the audience was now thinking, the man up there on stage is saying something. He must be a something. But what is he saying? I can't make him out. I can't understand him. Then Big Normie started to verbalize better. He expressed his lines well. He pronounced his words with clarity. That lady in the audience started to think again. He's saying the right things. I'm beginning to understand him. He's a good man. He must be a somebody, a real someone. He's handsome, rather chubby in the cheeks. I will invite him to dinner. Where else but to my house? He will meet my Daphne, my single daughter. Yeah, my divorced baby deserves to be with a good man. I'll say to that gentleman on the stage, have I got a girl for you? Then on stage in front of the audience, Big Normie's mind-reading powers started to click in. He perceived what the lady is thinking about. She's asking me to dinner. She's generous. But I don't want to meet her daughter, her divorced Daphne. He reckoned it could lead to a problem. Big Normie began to feel timid, awkward, threatened. He stood there speechless. The lady was observing him. He was hoping the lady would change her mind. He wasn't able to say anything. All his memorized lines disappeared. He felt maybe I'm becoming a nothing. He deliberated what to do. Could the lady let him off the hook for being a nothing? He would be content being a nothing in the eyes of that lady. He stared at the audience, dismayed. A phony smirk appeared on his lips. He decided to end this farce of a performance. He knew his stage presence was poor. He felt so insecure. He couldn't make it any worse. He shook his head. Left the stage, then scampered down those 5 steps. Walked to the exit door, grabbed the doorknob, turned it, opened the door onto the street. Breathing space. Big Normie felt relieved. He felt lucky. He did it. He left the theater. Now he doesn't have to meet that lady's divorced daughter. Besides, he never did like the name Daphne. If you believe this one, I will tell you another one.